Hey folks, welcome back. Today is gonna be a strange episode. Yeah, that's the best way I can put it. But it will be entertaining regardless. We're taking a look at Miss Congeniality. Now admittedly, I've never seen this movie. Heck, I've never even heard of this movie. So I figured it would be a pretty good candidate for you guys to watch with me. So as always, I'll be sharing my thoughts as the movie progresses. So kick back, relax, grab some donuts, subscribe, and let's do this. It's 1982 and we meet this nameless child who is the only person willing to help somebody who's being bullied. Props where props is due. But that's being stupid.
Call me a girl. You called me one.
Yeah, how dare you call her a girl? Honestly, this is how I wish my niece would treat her bullies. I just want to say though that I don't condone violence.
I like you. Well, I don't like you.
Wow. Whew. She's not gonna feel that for the rest of her life. Fast forward to the present and our nameless girl is part of a sting operation. She's working for the FBI. Frick. But before they get to arrest anyone, this one guy starts choking on a freaking peanut. A peanut? He's faking. Props to our girl for saving his life, but he seizes the opportunity to hold her hostage. Again, props where props is due. But that's being stupid. They do manage to turn the situation around, but at the cost of our whole colleague. Damn, that stings. I only knew them for 1 second. But seriously though, she knows she did this, so she's taking it very hard. We finally get her name though. It's Heart. The next day, they have a meeting because they got another letter from someone called The Citizen. From the sounds of it, he's like a real serial killer who likes to leave riddles for the FBI to figure out. So just like the Riddler.
You're gonna kill me! Shut up! You deserve to be dead after what you did!
The Citizen though, couldn't they come up with something like serial based to kind of make fun of him? I'm calling him Captain Crunch. Harp is off this case though because of her actions last night, and there's gonna be a hearing for her lack of following orders in 2 weeks.
Forget it.
I really think I could contribute.
Like you contributed last night?
Ooh. Oh no. Frick. Anyway, somehow she's still involved in the meetings where they figured out the letter. It's connected to the Miss Universe.
It's connected to the Miss United States pageant in Texas.
Backstage areas, hotel rooms, things like that. I think we need to get somebody in there.
Yeah. Now I'm thinking.
I don't know why that was so funny. So they do some exploring for their options for potential undercover agents, and it turns into a whole pageant in itself. I'm sorry, but that's just too much fun, actually.
This is the best part right here.
There we go.
They do finally reach Heart as an option, but more as a joke because she's basically one of the boys. Matthews here was the only one sold on the idea and tries convincing her. But she,
Jesus. Oh, yeah.
Which part of that is supposed to shock me?
needed a lot of convincing. A lot. But they head on over to the pageant throwers to let them know what's happening.
Do you have an agent in mind?
She's clearly gonna need a lot of help. Clearly.
Mr. Melly, how are you?
If you are Grace Hart, I quit here and now.
What the heck? Also, why do I get the feeling he's Captain Crunch? Anyways, this is Mr. Melling, and he has to teach Hart all about etiquette. To be fair though, not everyone has etiquette, and she's hella butch.
She told a reporter from Pageant magazine that I was a crazed perfectionist. After that article, nobody wanted me.
Yep, he's our guy. Pack it up, boys! She really doesn't make it easy for him though.
So, how's she doing?
With some intensive work, she'll be ready for the world's finest trailer park.
At all. So they go through the long and painful process of having to dress her. And did I say painful? I like him. This is given strong, she's all that. You know, This movie. Wow, I definitely didn't see that one coming. So it's time for Operation Thong. I swear that's Matthew's words, not mine.
I know all 49 ladies by name and picture, but your picture wasn't there, so I knew it was you from your lack of picture.
Okay, I know I said Mr. Melling, but she's also giving psycho vibes.
Oh, and I just call her Rhode Island from here on out.
All the girls are getting to know each other, but Miss Hawaii is unnecessarily mean. So if anyone has to die, it's definitely going to be her first, said the psycho. Meanwhile, the gang lost contact with Hart. They play it off like it's a technical difficulty, but we all know it's Rhode Island. Wait, was it really a technical difficulty? Why are these men so incompetent? What the frick? That night, Rhode Island comes over with hot chocolate, which is an immediate yes from me. At least I'll be full of chocolate when I die. Or not. They end up bonding a bit, and clearly Hart starts to like her. It doesn't change my mind though. Melling or Road. But no sleep for Hart, cause she still has training. A lot of it. And she doesn't seem to have a talent for the talent section, which both Melling and Matt argue about for some reason.
Miss Hart? And the other one?
Oh my god. Meanwhile, Captain Crunch does some boom boom testing on a mannequin. Just in case you forgot about him, I guess.
You want to flirt me?
Wow, I almost fell for that one, actually. It's time for the talent segment, and Hart ends up making music with water in glasses, which is insanely impressive. I actually forgot that was a thing. They do manage to narrow down a suspect, but I am not convinced. We all know my vote. Hart ends up ignoring instructions again, tackles the guy, and makes it onto the news for attacking said guy, who was trying to light a cigarette.
We got the DNA results. The envelope from the citizen was licked by a woman.
Oh? So maybe it's not Rhode Island. Needless to say, Miss Pageant wasn't pleased with Hart's behavior, so she gives her a stern warning.
I have dedicated my entire life to this scholarship program, and no one's going to ruin that. You get in my way, I will kill you.
Or more threat.
You're also a person, and an incomplete one at that. In place of friends and relationships, you have sarcasm and a gun.
Ooh, that's gonna hit a nerve. Okay, to be fair, she actually does have a condescending attitude towards beauty pageants, but she was the one who agreed to do this. So...
we have more to do here.
No, we are finished.
Ooh. Frick. So she heads on over to tell Matt that she quit, but Matty Boy handles the situation like a champ. And I really can't tell if he likes her or not. He definitely respects her, which is nice. Well, that was somewhat easily dealt with. Somewhat.
Oh, good hairspray. Finally something I recognize.
What was that? And now it's time for the swimsuit show. Hart's absolute worst nightmare. Yeah, a real nightmare. But Miss Lady doesn't seem pleased. Again, please don't tell me she's all psycho. I want it to be Melling or Rhode Island. Matt shows up with a POI and it's Rhode Island. So now it's definitely not her. So that night, Hart carries her and a bunch of girls to a night out. With pizza, beer, and paint. And I'm very jealous, actually.
Speaking of illegal, like, have you ever, committed a crime?
Wow, real smooth transition right there. Instead, she ends up learning that someone assaulted Rhode Island. Come on, she's actually a little too nice now, you know? I don't want to change my suspects. I don't. Damn. But uh-oh, Miss Pageant Thrower has a bad past. Before Hart can relay the news, the rest of them actually catch the citizen. But we all know it's a fake out. Come on. And surprise, surprise, boss man ain't listening. Because she didn't follow orders twice so far. And I can see a third time coming.
Matthew, is there any reason to suspect Morningside?
Say yes, Puddin'.
No, sir.
Damn. What the heck? Did he just fire her? I think he just fired her. Okay, look, I know Matt didn't have Hart's back, but it's for a good reason. I can actually see both sides of the argument, but following orders is part of the job. The guy would like to just keep his job for the next 15 to 20 years. This is way too perfect of a setup, but the movie is far from over. So what the F is happening? Wait, the FBI really did catch the citizen? And these fools were just using it as a scapegoat? What?
Any one of these groups could have planted a bomb.
When did we get those?
I just finished writing them, Frank.
Lame. Lame. Frick me, dog. What?
You are truly unique. If I ever had a daughter, I imagine that she would be something like you.
Wow. Even Melling has to leave her, but not before gifting her a dress for tonight. At least the girls got the girls back, because they're girls. Try saying that 5 times fast. They start listing the top 10 winners, and surprise, surprise, our girl is one of them.
Oh, shit.
Wow, that has to be embarrassing. Surprisingly, Rhode Island also made it. Would she actually win though? But this isn't her movie. Meanwhile, the guys revisit the idea that Hart might just be onto something. So it looks like Matt is gonna head back to assist. What the heck? Those girls are douchebags. They're drunk from the classes she's supposed to perform with. So Hart does what Hart does best. Beat up men. Meanwhile, this guy, I forgot his name, replaces the crown with the boom boom one. We're down to the final 5 finalists, another tongue twister, and our girl is of course one of them.
There are many who consider the Miss United States pageant to be outdated and anti-feminist. What would you say to them?
Ooh, that's dirty. Hart ends up giving an honest answer because things have changed now. Pageant isn't just superficial and feminine. Who would have thought?
And if anyone tries to hurt one of my new friends, I would take them out.
Frick. Uh-oh, Hart learns that Weirdo took the crown to polish it. She knows. It's time to announce the winner already. Frick. And it's... drum roll, please.
The first runner-up, who will have to take the winner's place if for any reason she cannot fulfill her duties, is New Jersey.
Wait, Rhode Island actually won? What the frick? Hart tries to tell her not to take the crown, but who the heck is gonna listen to that in this moment of all moments? So she wrestles her for it, and we get the best CGI throw I have ever seen. So she saves the day. Woo!
It is not a beauty pageant. It is a scholarship program.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Wanna date me, love me, and marry.
We all saw it coming, but still though. Ooh. She gets honored for her bravery and gets called Miss Congeniality. And I didn't even know that was a real thing, to be honest. And that's the movie. Not bad. Not bad. I mean, we can all argue that they chose a very attractive woman to play a butch, messy, and clumsy type female. But I mean, Sandra Bullock did pretty well with the material. And I especially like how our boy Matthew always liked and respected her first as a person and a co-worker before anything progressed afterwards. Even with that extremely believable makeover, he wasn't gawking over her. He was still seeing her as her, you know? I didn't enjoy that Rhode Island wasn't the killer. I'm quite upset about it actually. Especially as they revealed who was behind it 3/4 ways into the movie. So at that point I was already clocked out of the movie. It would have been way more interesting if Rhode Island was behind it this whole time. Actually.
Well, this ain't that kind of movie.
If you enjoyed this video, check out another one of mine right here. And let me know in the comments, did you really know Miss Congeniality was a title, or am I just stupid? And as always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you next week. Peace!